And we're live? Yes, we're live. Hello, and welcome to our gathering of would-be heroes. These are the Hunters of the Dead and Daemur. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign game full of swords, sorcery, magic, giants, dragons, and all kinds of monsters. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we'll be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and other topics. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, or will be, once I get around to it. So you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. And I want to put out a quick little shout out, and I can't seem to find my note, there it is, to Jess, who is our guest production guy at the back, the voice from beyond. He can't hear us, you can't hear him, but we can hear him. And he is replacing Dawn this evening, who had a thing that he had to do, double booking. And for that, we are going to shout out to Damn Good Games, DGG. They have their own stream that spotlights indie RPGs, and you can find them on Twitch at Damn Good Games or on Twitter at GamesDam. They also have a 5e D&D West Marches campaign that has recently started and is open to their Patreon members. And from there, let's introduce our cast. Starting with, I'm just going to go around. So, Amanda.
Oh no, I'm first. Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Ren, the Asthma Ranger. And yeah, that's about all I got. I just got back from vacation. Thus, no paint today.
Vacation, there it is.
But you got a hat.
Got a hat.
And you got a hat.
I'm hat people now.
And Crystal.
Dang it. Okay. Hi, I'm Crystal, and I will be playing Farron Goldleaf, the elf rogue. And that's... Last week seems like such a long time ago. I'm like, what did I do?
Killed some sailors. Killed some pirates.
It's like we
there
did
will
some
be a summary.
stuff.
That's all right.
I think I tripped and fell
Yes,
a lot.
also that.
But also,
Yes.
I think I stabbed a guy very hard, so that's
Also
a thing.
that. Yes.
Wall falling.
And Cliff. Cliff.
Oh, okay. Hi, folks. Happy Time Zone. My name's Cliff, and this evening I will be appearing as Slate, your stoic and not very communicative Warforged paladin sort. And I am not back from vacation, and I do not have a hat.
My condolences.
Yet. And Nikki.
And I'm Nikki. I'll be playing Daemur, the dwarf fighter. Sorry for, again, not being in a beard this week, but it is approximately 35 degrees in this apartment, and if I put a beard on, I will spontaneously combust. So, looking very forward to killing some more smugglers and or pirates, because today was shit. So, let's kill some people. Yay!
Huzzah. Also, Nikki has a helmet coming, and just wearing that would be hellish enough. And yeah, so it's in the process of being printed. All the little bits are slowly coming together, so you may eventually see a nice shiny helmet on Daemur's head.
Yes.
For that, I might even enchant it, just because. I don't know. Well, the sky's the limit. But last week, if you had tuned in, you know what happened. If not, our would-be heroes ran off in pursuit of the leader of the gang of smugglers, the wizard Sanbalet, and encountered him in the smugglers' crash space. A bit of a battle transpired, but a lone wizard was no match for the iron determination of our adventurers, and with both Bren and Ned revealing the smugglers' operation, and Ned revealing that he wanted to use the party to help him take over said operation, our heroes, now armed with information, the smugglers' code messages, and a boat, decided to make an effort to make contact with the other arm of the smuggling ring, the mysterious crew aboard the ship now known as the Sea Ghost. Some efforts at deception and an attempt to undervalue the worth of a Warforged Guardian later, our would-be heroes leapt aboard the ship and engaged the deck crew. Some acrobatic, nearly aquatic mishaps transpiring, with Farron nearly taking a dip in the briny blue. But our band, nay, crew of companions, pushed their way through the ranks of the smugglers and routed the less loyal lackeys by taking down their leaders. Now, the Hunters of the Dead and Daemur stand aboard the aft deck of a ship without a single one of them knowing how to drive it. Yes, I use the word drive deliberately, and that's where we left off. So, looking at the map, we're on the aft of the ship. You're surrounded by a couple of bodies, and all the other guys saw that you'd beaten up their leaders perceptibly and just took a flying leap and leapt off the ship, which now leaves you sort of alone, top deck.
So one guy was still alive, though, right? We still had the one guy.
Yeah, the bosun.
Yes, you lashed the one guy to
Surrendered.
the wheel.
He's lashed to the
So
wheel.
we have a crew.
You have a guy lashed to the wheel. All right. He's a crew.
Well, I see that
What will you do?
I would like to take a look below decks. Want to walk over carefully to like the staircase going down,
Okay.
or going below, I should say, and see what I can see or hear. My computer will load.
Now, the way these stairs go is that they both go down, and then you're sort of sitting at a base, and then the stairs themselves, or you're on top of another, I guess, a sub section, and then there are another set of stairs that will go down again towards the crew section. Any particular direction you want to go?
I would like to go to the grating,
Okay.
and see if I could like see anything like below decks.
Check out what the cargo is.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
I would love to, once my computer decides to do something. Maybe I'll just roll some actual dice like it's like the past.
That's what I should probably do.
Maybe not. Aha! 17.
17.
Plus some stuff.
Plus? Oh, yeah, that's 17 on the dice. All right, yeah, you got like another, 2, 3 in there? So
Abigail,
you're peering down, and it's got the grating, the sort of the square grating that sort of denotes the hold catch, and you definitely see movement, and you hear a shit. Everything all right up there?
We could use some help up here, actually. And I'm gonna like furiously signal everybody behind me to like be prepared to fight somebody coming up.
Ren draws her bow.
And
Let's see.
You
where,
hear
where is Farron standing?
don't see what they want. Almost frustrated. And you hear a step of someone basically tromping their way up a set of stairs. And up comes this a gnarled looking fella, not he's seen his more than his fair share of not nice weather days, if that makes any sort of thing. His skin is kind of like that leathered, but the sallow leather that comes with I've been drinking way too much on the days that I shouldn't have been drinking, and it shows. So he's kind of, he's almost bleary-eyed, one eye, kind of squinty. Who are you?
We're in charge now. What's your name? I say as I hold my axe.
And he pulls out. Oh, wait. You're holding your axe. Okay.
Not like threatening, just like I'm holding it. Like I'm like, I'm ready to be threatening.
I feel like
At a moment's
anytime you're
notice.
holding a battle axe, it's always threatening.
It's kind of just like sitting there on the
It's just
shoulder,
like casually
and you're, like,
threatening and not like actively threatening.
passively, flexing the bicep while you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why
Except
I was.
don't actually
I don't
have
know
the
why I was
spare leg, so.
thinking of you like casually twirling the
Just leaning
axe.
across both shoulders,
Just picking
doing
it
the
up,
double
throwing
gun.
it, picking it up.
Yeah,
throwing it.
just like doo doo doo.
Flipping it, catching the handle.
That Daemur's
A
just
bit
there.
too
like,
casual, I think, for Daemur.
Clank, 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 dropping it.
And Slate is just staring at this.
He's literally like 10 feet up, just sort of looking down at them, who haven't actually noticed the fact that they have a warforged standing behind them, scowling at them.
Ren's also up at the upper deck with the bow drawn.
And where would Farron be?
Wait, wrong page. Well, because I'm still sort of standing afterwards. So, would I actually have any advantage to be shooting anybody from there?
At this point, you wouldn't really be able to
should I-
see either of them because it's you're 10 feet
Okay.
you're 10 feet up from where Daemur is on the main deck.
Right. Yeah, I think I'd move up, but also, getting my
Nice
short
little
bow.
shot down at them. And at this point, anybody
Yep.
on deck, if the two dudes forever to use any ranged weapons, you'd have like a bonus to cover because you have the high ground, Anakin.
It's over, Anakin.
I have a +2 bonus to my armor class because I have the high ground. That's all it was. Just a +2 bonus. So much was decided. Really crappy.
I want to go off on a rant because I just finished rewatching those movies, but I'm not going to because it's going to take a long time if I get started talking about the fucking prequels.
We'll talk
And
later.
man will forever hate me.
Same. Same.
All right. So they're squinting at you. Who made you in charge?
Us and our weapons did. That's who.
And he looks up.
Means
sees
the captain
Yeah,
you.
what
wins
she
by
said.
dying?
Are you like aiming an arrow at them? Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
But casually.
You got an arrow knocked in the bow,
nonchalant.
but you're not actually holding it taut. Okay. Someone give me an intimidation roll.
Suppose I'll do that.
And make it with advantage because you're all participating.
All right. Okay, the first one was a 2, so that's not great.
How does one roll with advantage, please?
If you right click, it should come up with different like stats to do it with, advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, funky.
Oh my god, I rolled terrible for both
Let's
those.
try it that way.
So I rolled like a 9. I'm a scary guy, what can I say?
Yeah, he's.
This guy's been at sea a long time. He knows. He's seen it all.
14.
He's more afraid of Farron.
21.
I
21.
mean, no one knows what to deal with you, so they're just kind of like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Just
I'm,
So you're just
assuming-
I'm just
standing at the
gonna
top of the
loom.
stairs, like, T-posing?
Actually, when he when he says who put you in charge to Daemur, I'm just going to go, we did.
So he basically
This guy.
is. So Damar's kind of there, and he's trying to be nonchalant and casual, friendly casual, at the same time trying to be intimidating. So you get this sort of half smile, half grimace glower, where you're showing all the teeth and then none of them at the same time, sort of trying to come up with the persona you're going to throw at them, and then Farron speaks up, and then Slate speaks up, and he's like, all right, there's somebody there, and then looks up again. We did. It's like, the hell is that? One in the nine ahead. Who are you people? And where's the captain?
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Sorry, I had to. I just had to do it. I had to do it to him.
Okay. Fair. Nice. I'm on the verge of
We're the
giving you
Coast Guard.
inspiration.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're the Coast Guard. Uh-huh. Definitely. We hear that you guys are doing some illegal stuff. We're here to stop it, or whatever. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean illegal? We ain't done nothing.
Oh, really? What do you got in the hold?
We're
It's a legitimate slave
merchants.
trade.
Merchants. Okay. So
We're
you have all your paperwork in order then for us?
Yeah. You want to come down? We'll take you down and below decks and and show you the
Or you can bring up your non-existent
The
paperwork up
manifest.
here because we're
The
not going
manifest.
down there.
Yeah. We are legitimate.
Come downstairs to see the manifest? Like below deck to see the manifest?
That's where we
In-
keep our.
That's interesting.
Really?
Why wouldn't it be in the captain's quarters behind me?
Mm.
You think it would be over there?
That's where we keep the inventory.
Inventory of what? You say that you're just
You
merchants,
keep the
but like, what are you
paperwork in the
hauling?
cargo
Like,
hold and the cargo in the captain's cabin.
such a
Look, I don't know nothing.
I mean, honestly, how much day drinking have you done?
yes.
Who are you? Why?
Look, friend,
Yeah,
friend. Look, my name is Daemur, and what was your name? My apologies.
My name is Ulf.
Evil demon.
Ulf. Like wolf without the
Ulf?
w.
Nice to meet
You're
you.
tall. You're shorter than our other captain. Why? Why are you taking over?
You've been at sea
Are you
long.
working for Sanbalet now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ah,
We're also Coast Guard, but like it's downtime. It's like the off season for us. So yes, we are also working for him.
okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
It's good.
The feeling they're not smart, so I don't think it's hard.
19.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's what do we do now then? Are we shipping out? Where the rest of this? Where's the?
Well, what we were going to do first is take stock of everything, because I'm not sure what you guys are all hauling. I just need to make sure that what I know is on the list matches up with what you guys have on your list. So if you want to bring up the paperwork for me so we can cross it all off, and then we can get underway. And I'm going to whisper up, that's something that boat people say, right? Underway? That sounds like a thing people do. Yes,
Sounds right.
I know boats.
Ren just shrugs because she's never been on a boat before and is currently trying not to vomit everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, just for kicks. Everybody, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
For our
You're gonna vomit
inevitable
on this guy?
seasickness? Yes.
No.
If I'm about to vomit on this guy,
No.
I want to aim directly for this guy.
That's got to be a kind of intimidation check if it's.
Oh, good.
I mean,
it's
to be
5.
fair, Slate doesn't eat, so you're not going to vomit anything.
Nope. Slate doesn't eat. Slate's going to have no issue with this.
So that's
Couple pebbles.
you're just sort of your internal calibration of some kind is having trouble adjusting to the periodic and unpredictably larger sometimes and not as large other times waves, and so you're basically sort of iron gripping the railing,
No,
and you're
not.
kind of crunching grooves into the wood.
No, I rolled a
No?
14 plus con,
Oh, you
so
made it.
17. So yeah,
Uh,
Slate should be fine.
If,
never mind. Yeah, no, never mind. Sorry,
do I get
I thought you'd failed.
do I get advantage since I have
Yeah.
dwarven resilience? It's only for poison, but seasick counts as poison, right? Because if not, I
Pretty
got
sure
a 5.
I'm gonna say,
I'm not going to make an excuse.
I'm gonna say no.
Fair. It's fair. Fine.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say it would take you less time to get used to because of the way that your internal system would work, but it's not
Mhm.
quite a poison in the same kind of
Okay.
comparison. It's more of a brain inner ear thing.
Yeah, Ren got a 9,
See,
so
I would.
I'm not even going to argue. I'm just going to assume that she's struggling not to vomit.
Yeah, anybody who got
Oh.
less than a 10 is kind of green.
Oh,
Sick.
I'm like, well, I rolled a. What did I roll? So 17. Yeah, I rolled a 17.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine.
Usually
But see, I
Ren's
would
a little
figure that
green anyway.
Daemur would be like, because it's like, okay, lower center of gravity, so you'd have less to try and like balance.
Also, less
Basically.
less distance for food to make the journey.
The trick is to just be drunk
So
all
you're-
the
Not
time.
in that image.
That way, when you're on a ship,
Well,
you're just
exactly.
already swaying, so it's fine.
Theoretically, it would balance it out, and you're gonna just walk straight.
The logic checks out.
It's
Why do you think
Right.
sailors are drunk all the time?
Uh,
Historically,
so-
that's why.
Daemur and Ren are starting to feel the waves as the shift in the tide causes the boat to kind of like spin a little while it's moored, as well as keep shifting. So now the waves are hitting you broadside,
Oh.
and it's making the boat shift a little bit heavier. Slate, you're just sort of standing there stoic, and Farron, your innate, your skilled agility, and you've done a lot more than this. So this is sort of kind of like it's almost almost a game sort of thing, because you're able to sort of adjust on the fly, and you're kind of moving, and it's almost a challenge to keep yourself sort of upright all while the boat moves.
Like standing on a sky
Um,
train
these
when it's
guys
moving
seem-
without holding anything, just like
Yeah.
brain surfing.
Or when
Also,
when a
this-
bus is coming to a stop and you kind of let go of everything and you kind of like surf it.
Best. Does Slate have hydraulics?
But,
Is he just standing on the boat and he's staying completely stationary as the boat rocks? Just like each knee's like
Seems to. Seems just kind of like just the very low center of gravity, maybe. I don't know, but he's just sort of like, he's not even swaying all that much. Maybe a little bit. You're not sure, because the whole thing is swaying for you. So you're not
Yep.
entirely sure if he's just keep staying in one spot and the boat is moving, or Slate is moving too, and the boat isn't moving as much. You're not sure. It's
Gotcha.
kind of dizzying to look at it, so you're just kind of like, I don't.
It's not helping.
Maybe that's why
Meanwhile,
you did
these
so
guys are
well with
like,
the intimidation.
Yeah. That makes sense.
well, I consider myself a practical man by nature. And if you're the new captains, then yeah, Sully, you want to go get him the manifest, I guess. And the other guy kind of opens the door behind him, walks into a room, tromps along, starts rummaging through
Thanks,
a bunch
Ollie.
of papers. Yeah, no worries. Comes out, basically a mitt full of sheaved papers, sort of thing. I don't know. This is all we have. Sanbalet had all the notes. He was between him and remember the guy's name. Punketa. It was him and Punketa that had this whole operation thing going. Right? I don't know. We got barrels of wine and the cloth.
And which port are you guys taking this to? Did you say you were stopping off anywhere first?
Well, it all depends on who's buying it. We sell it all up and down the coast. The trick is not to stay in port too long and not to have too much product, and so that the local constabulary gets antsy. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
It's,
Know all about that. I'm very familiar. Mm-hmm. Yep.
and,
Daemur is not incredibly intelligent. Does anybody here have like really good intelligence that could take a look at these papers a little bit more thoroughly? Because Daemur kind of looked at them and went, "Yep, these are words."
so what you do notice, give me maybe an investigation check if you're looking through the papers.
What is Daemur's intelligence?
Daemur is +0, and I rolled a 5.
Cool. These are words. They got a bunch of stuff on them.
Well,
like
do I know at least that
numbers.
they're common or something?
I mean, seems to be regular manifests looking. You assume that would just sort of be an inventory of stuff, and it's like, silk 50, brandy 40, wine 40, tools 1. W. 1. Or no, sorry, 8.
Sorry, W?
W.
Okay. And sorry, brandy, silk, and wine were what?
Silk is 50.
Okay.
Brandy 40. Wine 40. Tools 1.
Does it look like that's including the stuff that we were supposed to be bringing with us? Or would that be on top
Guess
of?
we'll have to go
those?
below.
I mean, theoretically, if you were bringing stuff, they would then add it to the manifest.
I don't know, maybe it's a
Mhm.
list
So,
of things
no.
they were expecting. I don't know. Ren doesn't know. I don't know. Neither of us have been pirate smugglers
Hey.
before.
Hey, friend. W? What does that mean? W for what? W for who?
You.
Almost.
What do you mean? What's a W for?
Well, you got silk, you got brandy, you got wine, you got tools.
Yeah.
W?
Yeah. You said you're part of. You said you're working for Sanbalet.
Yeah. I'm
What,
apparently you guys do your
why do you
manifests
not-
a lot differently than I do. So I might
So
not have
what
them all
does
in
W
alphabetical
mean for
order.
you?
It's a very specific list, so I'm just wondering why is W at the end? Like, what is this for?
Why would you use the shorthand instead of the word itself? That will only
So
lead
it
to
already
confusion
says-
in the bookkeeping.
I think Farron's going to come down and try and look at this sheet with Daemur.
I'll hand them over.
Give me a perception check.
Me?
Daemur and Ren, you can roll separately, or one of you roll advantage.
Okay, so not Farron.
You're coming down to look
No,
at the
not
manifest.
Ren.
Okay.
So Farron,
That's okay.
give me a. Yeah, so Ren and Daemur, perception between the two of you, or one with advantage, and Farron an investigation check, please.
Okay, it's an 11. These dice are not liking me today. Let's switch to real dice.
My real dice are in the other room, but considering how long this takes to roll,
That
That might
would be a
actually-
22.
Dang.
Nice.
Okay.
8.
22.
Yep. I notice all the things.
Ren's still
you've
too
got
busy
that.
trying not to.
Ridiculous. Cool.
Ren's just dry heaving. She's too busy to perceive anything.
All right. And Ren, you got
8.
excellent.
She sees nothing, notices nothing.
I don't know. Why wouldn't he tell you? What I don't understand. I don't understand why he wouldn't tell you about the.
Look, we were kind of like a last minute addition to this. The guy that he had originally, he kind of died. I don't know if you guys have actually been in the cave, but it's a little slippery, and he got impaled on a stalagmite. It was kind of brutal. So we got put in instead.
So you're new.
Yeah, we've only been here like off and on for a little while, but this is the first like big job that
what-
he's had us do.
Meanwhile, the guy lashed to the ship's wheel is just like shaking his head.
I thought he was unconscious.
No, he was talking.
Pretty sure he wasn't. Was
No,
he?
he was talking. He went for the wheel
I
of
thought
his
he
own
Yeah, he just
volition.
lashed me. He was like, nope.
And then Ren just tied him to it so he
Yeah,
couldn't jump
I know.
overboard.
Abigail really wants my beer for some reason. You can't have it.
Your cat is helping.
So
And just save you from yourself.
With a 22,
Yep.
you're not going to get a lot more than what's already there, but you sort of dig through the notes, and in one sort of another section of just ledgerish looking stuff, and it looks like a dated ledger, and it's sort of a movement of stuff. With the final culmination being, as was observed, 50 silk and 40 brandy and 40 wine and 1 tools. The W8 is sort of written on another page, and then sort of almost another sort of set of numbers close to it, but not. And it's almost like there's another page where there's like an 8 and a hyphen, and then like 10, 10, 10, 20, and then sort of everything is sort of wrapped around a little sort of crudely etched shield almost.
I think maybe W is weapons.
So you don't know about our guests then.
Oh God, is there a dinner party tonight? I did not pack for a dinner party.
Nah, me either.
Birthday party? I might have a hat.
Kind of guests.
The lizards. You didn't. Sanbalet didn't tell you about the lizards?
No.
No, is this some sort of prank?
Lizard doesn't start with a W.
That's what the. We're giving them weapons. They're paying us good money. We find and abscond with weapons. We supply them to the lizards.
Ah.
In fact, we have a delegation down below deck to make sure and to escort the weapons with. They're wrapped in bundles underneath the cloth, under the silk.
Gotcha, that's smart, just in case anybody comes aboard. I like where your head's at. That's cool.
Now, would
Where is Sanbalet?
Farron know what this guy means by talking about lizards?
I mean, you're not sure.
No.
Give
I
me.
haven't been in this area long enough to know.
Yeah, give me a history check.
History.
Is this for all of us?
Anybody who wants to.
I doubt I'm
That-
gonna roll higher than 18, so.
That was an
Nice,
18.
nice.
I got a natural 20.
18 for
I mean-
history.
Natural
You did.
20.
Nice.
Sweet.
The one good roll for that die I'm gonna get all day.
It's always
And
the
now
way.
it's going to punish you for the rest of the evening. You kind of reach the conclusion at the same time as Farron for a completely different reason, because you don't really know the area all that well, but you're like, lizard weapons. Huh. And Farron, you have a recollection of a population of lizard folk living slightly north
They
of
both.
Salt Marsh, along the Hool Marsh, and just up along the coast. That could very well, I mean, you're close to a marsh, you're going to have lizard people. Or some kinds of reptilian humanoids. And it makes a certain amount of sense that if they are in fact humanoid, they're going to want potentially weapons.
Is there some sort of a battle going on or war, active order dispute? Is this gang related?
Not my problem. We just sell them weapons. We give us money.
Fair enough.
We never ask questions.
It's probably
The
why
gold's good.
your higher ups like you so much. I can see. I get it. I get it.
We're all paid good. Though it's kind of weird that the captain would desert. Where is Sanbalet anyway?
Food poisoning. Really nasty food poisoning. It was
Yeah,
real
but where's
brutal.
Pontica?
Sorry?
Where's the bosun? Who's manning the wheel?
Also food poisoning. It was like, it's endemic. You guys didn't have anything here last night. You didn't have any of those oysters, right? Like, tell me you didn't have any of those oysters.
Give me a deception check.
So that's not the guy tied to the wheel?
No, I think that was just like a regular dude. It was just some average seaman or something.
The guy on the wheel is the
Which one?
bosun.
The guy on the wheel's the
The
bosun.
guy at the wheel
Was it the bosun?
Yep.
is the bosun.
Yeah, like, wait, wasn't he the only one that we saw alive?
Yeah.
And then there's
You
these
have a bunch of dead bodies,
weirdos below
including the
decks.
guy that's sort of lying there next to Daemur, but the other guy is too drunk to actually notice it
Like you do.
yet.
He's sleeping. Like you said, real bad food poisoning.
Sleeping off that seat. That's sickness, you know?
Sleeping it off in a pool of his own blood. As one does. He's drunk, but he's practical.
I appreciate that.
He doesn't care where the money's coming from, so long as the money keeps coming.
That's fair.
Well, classic, no honor among thieves. So, what, we have, which point then Sully comes stomping over. He's like, what happened to?
Yeah,
And he's
again, he
pointing
was
to the
feeling
body.
really sick, so we
Right
tied
next
him
to-
up so he could not pass
He's
out.
lying in blood.
Yeah, that's the side effect of food poisoning. I don't know if you know that. Real bad food poisoning causes you to just vomit
These
straight
three
blood.
eyeballs.
Yeah, it's really bad food poisoning. That's why I'm asking if you guys had any of the oysters, because God, I hope not, because you got like 40 seconds to live if you did.
Deception check.
Oh boy.
He's gonna have to cross
Mr.
class into
Charisma.
a room or something.
I just as like a quick aside, I can't use an arm because Abigail is just like
Oh, yeah,
on my
fair.
arm.
Wow.
She's the worst.
As one does.
Okay. Please get off me. Oh my god. Back in your box. Get out of here. All right. Don't fuck me over, dice. You fucked me over, dice. It's an 11. I was gonna use regular dice. Shit. Whatever.
So Sully's less convinced. He's sort of, this is not great. They're taking over the ship. Ulf, they're taking over. And Ulf was like, he doesn't. Hey, you are you the one in charge now?
Yep.
I am. Daemur's
one is it?
rolling.
You were-
Who is Ulf even pointing at? Can he even see
Out of
one
there.
of us, or are we just like multiplying?
Yeah, well, you can sort of see all of you because the two of you that are standing at the railing, and then there's Len who's at the top.
No, I know. It's just you keep talking about how drunk he
No,
is. So
he's-
I was like,
He's there. He's not like tipsy
You
to
see,
the
it's
point
two
where
of
he's
you,
going to
Josh.
fall on his face.
see that's
he's
what I was
buzzing.
thinking. Is like,
He's sort of he has most of his faculties. He's just got disadvantage on perception checks and shit. because he's drunk.
I see.
Never drinking.
So which one is it? Is it
I mean,
short
do we
one?
actually need these guys to run the boat?
Do you know how to run a boat?
No, but I'm just
It depends on like what we're doing with this boat. Like, are we just staying here, or are we going somewhere with the boat?
yeah, what are we doing?
At the very least, we might want to get back to shore.
Hey, bud, just stay right here. I just gotta go have a quick cuddle with my other people. Just stay right here. Don't move. I'm just
Do
gonna
you
like
say
book it up
cuddle
the
or
stairs.
cuddle?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I heard cuddle, but I mean,
Yeah,
to
it's
each their own.
time for
Yeah,
a
you
cuddle.
know what?
It's 8 o'clock. It's time for our nightly cuddle, everybody.
I'm feeling.
I
I'm
totally
feeling-
heard
I'm
She's
cuddle.
not
feeling the need
against
for
it. She's just
physical
confused.
contact.
Daemur has a large family. That's just how we show affection, okay? Okay,
Probably
guys.
was. Yep.
What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Do you guys want to go figure out why the lizard people need weapons? Like, can we go help someone? Or should we just turn these guys over to the cops?
I feel like this is more a matter for the guards. I'm not really equipped to take out smuggling rings. I was here for ghosts, and the only ghost left is the name of the ship.
That's why it's that. That makes sense.
Hmm.
This is not fulfilling
Well,
my purpose of killing
Maybe there'll
undead.
be goat stuff. True. I'm gonna lean over the railing. Hey, have you heard any stories about undead folk anywhere around here? It's like around the coast. You guys sell some silk to any ghouls
Spooky ship.
Give
by chance?
me the right book. Doo. Have they heard? Huh. Well, I mean, the house was haunted. And he's like ribbing the other guys like
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Definitely
we
haunted.
noticed.
Where is it? That one. Nope, not that. Sorry, this is taking a bit longer than I thought it would to open.
The marks that were on that shield, or like around that shield, were they placed
Uh-huh.
like in a specific place, or did it just look like they were scribbled?
Sort of writing inside the shield.
Okay.
There you are. And I mean, there's graveyards, there's I always thought the Abbey would be haunted. It's got a huge graveyard alongside it, and never heard anything
And
good
where-
coming from there.
Which abbey? The one in town here?
No, it's hang on, open. Open.
while he's thinking, I'm also going to turn to everybody and go, also, how dumb is it that they labeled weapon as W? Wouldn't that be literally the first thing people thought of? Why would you not label it as, like, molasses or something? Like, that seems weird to me. Seems a little too easy. Maybe he's lying.
None of these pirates seem particularly intelligent.
I
You're
mean,
not wrong.
there's Abigail, and there was there was a cult there. I don't know what they were doing, but they weren't cooperating, and we had a set to, and we burned it to the ground. But they weren't doing anything above board, so for all we know, they got weird dealings. Maybe there's demons there. I don't know. I think we did the whole place a favor, myself, but yeah, they didn't appreciate
Slate,
us.
Ren.
We were trying to get restitution such that they would be left alone to do their thing, and they didn't see the logic or the benefit in paying someone to protect them. And so we decided to help them move.
I understand.
And he shows like 3 teeth missing on one side.
Only 3, that's not bad, honestly. Right, Ren, Slade, do you guys have any other leads for undead? Like, I feel if we go somewhere else, maybe we'll stumble across something. So unless you guys have something like back in town that you think might be a good lead, maybe we should try over this way. Maybe we should just go to where the lizard people are and just like scout around there, you know what I'm saying?
There was something in town being said about a ghost on the docks. But now I'm thinking that might have been like code for this ship being in.
Maybe. Hey, dude, do you guys sell in town here? Do you ever go to the dock here to sell your goods?
No, because this is where we pick it all up.
See, that's smart. I was just making sure. Okay, it might
All right,
not
so
be them.
which
then.
one of you is in charge?
I am. That is
I
my
am.
first mate.
A ship needs a captain.
Got the hat.
This is Ren with the hat. She's the captain.
Captain Wren. Glad to have you aboard,
Yes, sir.
Captain. Let's talk wages.
Wages will stay as they were, provided you find yourself being useful to me.
So Ulf looks at Sully. Sully looks at Ulf. They both smile. So we was making 5 gold pieces a day.
No, you weren't.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
Would you like to work an insight roll?
Okay, so that was a deception check of 11, so... Or is it insight?
Insight.
Their deception versus your
Nice.
insight.
16.
Also
I
16.
feel like I don't even need an insight check
Twinsies.
to know that 5 gold is more than most people make in like 3 months.
I mean,
You
might
really
be
don't.
really confused.
But I
He's
did
not
roll a
really
5, so I might also know nothing.
You're like, okay, whatever, 5 gold, sure.
Oh.
No, but he's
5 might be what they do.
it's not so much him, it's Sully snickering behind him that kind of gives it away. And
Solid.
fine. We made a goal. The agreement was a gold each a day, which is more than enough for most people. But if you saw fit to give us more gold, that would buy our loyalty.
I'm very sure your royalty has a price.
1 gold gets us to possibly run the ship efficiently. Say 2 gold, you got yourself a loyal crew.
Hold on a second.
A loyal crew of how many?
Well,
Maybe the bosun if he can be talked into.
3?
what
We've got 3 alive that we know about.
when you came aboard and you did your thing, how many did you leave alive?
I think only 2 died.
Because there was 4 of us below deck.
So there's 2 more than
Yeah,
you
they're
guys?
waiting for us to give them a signal. You might as well come up, he yells into the thing. We're good. All right. And
So
the guys
that's
went up the stairs.
5 gold a day to barely run the ship, and 10 a day
1 gold.
to do
1
so
gold a day.
well and loyally.
Each, though, per person.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
That's a lot of gold.
But we'd be loyal.
Just 1 second, guys. Just
Definitely
1
not
second.
going to sell it then
Everybody,
to the first people.
everybody cuddle back up. Let's just spoon for a sec.
Cuddle.
Okay, look.
Yep.
I've been holding on to this gem that my mom gave me in case of emergencies when I left. Maybe we can tempt them with that. Maybe we can just like be like, oh, if you guys do what we say until we get to the next port, we'll just give you this gem. I don't know if that would work, because I
don't wanna
definitely
give
do
them-
not have enough
I
gold for
mean-
these motherfuckers.
Also,
It's a
they
nice
are
gem.
annoying. That is a nice gem, and you should keep it. And I don't like these guys.
I don't know how to do the rigging stuff. Also, I don't know how to use the steery flap. No idea what any of that means. Also, don't know where any ports are. I don't. If you guys think we can manage to do this on our own, then I am absolutely 100% down with throwing these guys off the edge. But I'm not sure if we can muddle through on our own, honestly.
My concern is
Well,
Maybe we
we're
can
not
keep them
gonna be-
around until we like. Sorry, what, Amanda?
what are we gonna? Isn't there cargo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if we tried to pay them with the cargo?
tell them they can have
Or like
10% each of the profit.
not like all of it, but
Instead of a steady wage, give them a percentage of profits. That way, we're not paying money for nothing.
They'll probably lead us to the most prosperous ports that way. Whoever will give us the most for the goods in the hold, and then we can figure out what to do once we hit that port, maybe.
Just as a side note, now that we're doing
Or we can just give them the stuff
ocean
now and like
pairing
dump them on the
pirate stuff,
doctor.
it is so hard not to fall into the pirate character I used to play. It is so hard not to be Leah right
running
now.
for Leah on the high seas.
Yarr.
What do you think, Slade?
Captain,
I think a percentage of the selling point makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But should we head to a new port, or should we? Like, I'm not sure how we should get that money for them. Should we go to the
That
lizard
would
people,
require
or
that we sell.
All the ill-gotten goods.
I mean, look, I feel that maybe that'll lead us to someone even higher up the food chain than we just came from, you know what I mean? And like, I'm ready to deal some justice in the name of justice. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
In the name of your hammer.
Name of the moon. Yes. In the name of Penelope, I am ready to deal justice.
Right.
What did you
Right,
decide?
I'm gonna...
Export.
So, how about this, boys? How about this? Instead of a gold piece a day, instead of 2 gold pieces a day, what we'll do instead is each of you get 10% of the final haul. That's 50% split amongst you when we get to get around to selling the goods.
50.
What say you?
There's 4 of us here.
The bosun's up on
I
the
thought
wheel.
there was the guy also.
They
Sully
can't
was
see
like-
him. Bosun's up at the
Oh.
wheel. Who
They
do you
haven't
think
come
is?
upstairs yet.
Who do you think's running the ship right now?
Yeah, it's like
So that's 12.5% instead of 10
Yes. That's it.
for the 4
I'm
of
just
us.
bad at math.
sure.
And we get 50% of the profits from going to different ports and selling all the contraband.
Unless you think there's one place that we can stop that'll be best for getting rid of all of it. You guys can just start afresh on a new ship.
You ain't done this much, have you? You don't sell all your stuff in one port. That raises.
I don't know. I
Have
was
you
just wondering,
seen this
maybe
stuff?
maybe
We
there was a
can't get
place
rid of
that
it
we
here.
could go.
We stole it from here.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying here. I'm saying somewhere out there. Beneath the pale moon sky, there's bound to be someone that'll buy all of it.
Oh my gosh.
Bonus points whoever gets that reference.
Wow. I'm taking away that inspiration point now. That was horrifying. Cringe. No. Look. And Ulf kind of comes stumping up the stairs. Dum, dum, dum. And he sees the bosun. And you can almost see the cogs moving in his head. One of them sort of wobbling off because he's still got a fuzz. Shrugs his shoulders. It's like, well, Captain, since you're in charge, I feel it'd be dishonorable to take that kind of offer based on the fact that it's not how we did things before and we were plenty wealthy based on the amount of contraband that we was moving. If you want to give us more than 2 gold a day, that's fine. I'm sure I'll take it. I'm sure Sully will take it.
The bigger wage is because you're running on a smaller crew, so it will be more work to man the ship than it used to be.
I mean, we're going to need more crew. With the 4 of us, I don't know if you're going to let him go or not. The bosun was a bit of a shite anyway. doesn't matter to us one way or the other, but the four of us, if we all get the same wage, we're still not going to be able to run the ship at capacity. We can
What
limp
if
us
you
back
had
to
unskilled but
the
willing
port.
help?
We can hire a new crew. We can add to the crew. We can distribute more wealth.
What if you helped train us as crew so that we could help instead of being used as passengers?
Well, that's good in the long term, but I honestly wouldn't rather get caught up in a squall with a bunch of landlubbers that are trying to be pirates.
Do you think we could make it to the next port over to get some help? Because I don't want to stick around here too long, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. Nah, we could find a port. It'd take us a bit longer because we'd have to. Well, you have to figure out what you're going to do with the bosun, and we have to figure out what we're going to do with the lizard folk. But
The bosun, my friend, is all up to you. It depends entirely on whether you want a promotion or not.
are you talking to Wolf?
Yeah. What's your regular role here? Ordinary seaman? Bosun's mate? Carpenter's mate?
How does Daemur know that much?
I just swab below decks like all the other
Sorry.
scum.
Okay. So yeah, if you or any of the other boys feel like you can do the bosun's job better, I'm happy to promote one of you guys instead. We can just figure out what to do with him afterwards. Just have him do the rigging or something.
So Ulf comes up the stairs completely, kind of sidles past you, walks up to the bosun, pulls a knife out, cuts his bonds, and loosens his shove off.
Axe ready.
And the bosun sort of like unties his wrists or flicks the rope off his wrist, scowls at him, walks over to the edge, looks back. I'll see you all in hell. And leaps over the edge. Sploosh.
It's a good thing all these guys can swim.
And he's sort of slowly doing his
They can't swim, right?
paddle to the I'm going to give it a different counter now. Okay. And he's slowly swimming back to, you assume, in the direction of the cave? Maybe?
Well, if we're going this route
How far
and
out were we?
using piracy as a way to go around and find undead, we might want to actually go back for the rest of the goods.
That's a fair
Especially if we're going to have to pay a crew to get us around. Because a boat would be the fastest
We're a
way
few
to
more
get.
casks in there.
A boat would be the fastest way to get around the coast if we want to try and find more undead and follow rumors. Anything on the coast, it would be way faster to
Right.
sail than to walk or ride.
My computer just died. One sec, I'll be right back.
Looks like your power went out in general.
No,
No, my ring light
can
died
see
when
you.
my computer went off.
Cool.
In a memento.
Actually, good point right now.
Oh.
Let's take a quick break. Nikki can fix her tech. Everybody else can hydrate and use the blossom break and everything else. So catch us back. Give us about 5-10 minutes, and we will figure out the politics of running a pirate vessel.
Hell yeah.
Much obliged. This is your conscience. We haven't spoken in a while. And we're back. So now we're deciding what we're going to do with a drunken sailor.
You have so many options.
So
Hunters
many
of the Dead.
options.
You have a ship. You have a crew.
Sorts.
And you've got a hold full of contraband. And a couple of lizard folk, apparently, who are on board.
We could always go talk to them, find out what the lizard folk dilemma is. Also, maybe they'll have some lizard folk related undead issues. Maybe they need the weapons to fight undead.
Could do that.
Get the full story before
And,
we make any hasty decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were also thinking maybe just leaving the ship, getting some horses instead once we figure out if that is actually a ghost that's on the docks here. There's no sense in leaving if there's already a ghostly apparition that needs to be killed or re-deaded.
Meanwhile,
Do you kill a
Ulf
ghost?
pats the
You
pats the wheel
undead.
of the ship, walks over to the captain's body. Waste not. Bends down. He starts rifling his pockets.
Hey. That's our job.
Hey,
I think you'll find, sir, that the captain gets first dibs, so she gets to go first for the rifling.
Well, I'll give you whatever I find. Maybe we can all split it up equitably.
You know what? I believe you. You seem like an honest sort.
I don't.
And he pulls out a
Whoops.
coin purse, throws it
That
to you.
was not what I meant to roll. That was an intimidation check. I didn't mean to roll it. Okay, also bad. I rolled a 14 for a perception check. Is he telling the truth with a 14?
Oh, insight? Yeah, seems to be. At this
That was
point, he
perception.
seems to not give a damn about pretty much everything. He's like, my entire
Good.
smuggling thing got all fucked up.
You know, this day's weird
Maybe I
enough
can
already.
salvage something out of this. Maybe I can make a bit of money on the side. He seems like a significant opportunist. And much more bold because he's got the drink. You figure he probably wouldn't be quite as bravado if he didn't have 3 sheets into the wind already.
So if I just start randomly screaming, I smash my kneecap really, really hard into the corner of the bench next to me, and it hurts so bad. And every time I move it, it hurts a little bit more. So I apologize in advance. Oh my god. Ow.
Fair.
Dad.
So while he's
Fair.
rifling through some pockets, I'm just going to go over, kind of keep an eye on him. I'm also going to ask if he's heard about a
Sure.
ghost that wanders the docks, possibly, question mark?
Where'd you hear that from?
Oh, I can't remember his name now. Old drunk guy in a bar. Not that that narrows it down much in this town, am I right?
Sounds like one of them tales that somebody might tell to keep somebody else off the docks.
Well, you guys don't deal with the docks, right?
Like a troll rummaging through the garbage at night, or something like that. Keep people off the streets by saying there's a big, bad, scary monster out there. Fools the common folk, you see.
So you're saying it's more likely to be a troll than a ghost?
No, he's saying there was also the troll
I
story.
feel like there's less likely to be a troll on the docks, but that's me. I'm not very familiar with the ocean,
troll-
so maybe you're right. I don't really
The
know.
troll was rummaging through the garbage. That there was a separate story about a troll rummaging through garbage at night like a raccoon. It was a separate lead.
Oh, is there? Look at that.
Hmm.
I wonder who might have been spreading rumors like that.
It was
Damn
them.
shame. Scaring the common folk into staying indoors
Mhm.
at night.
So that
Well, why
someone
would
else
they
would
off
want
the
to be? Why would they be wanting to keep people away from the docks? If you guys don't work out of there, then
They
just someone
steal.
else?
They steal from there.
Oh, is that where? Oh, okay.
He's
I thought it
I
was.
get
he-
that
he
these could
looks
be
straight at
only
Rennie.
dishonest people.
looks at Randy. He's like, this one's he's loyal because he's strong, ain't he?
He's here on a mission. We're here to find.
He's got other
Yeah,
qualities.
Yeah.
You're a good soul, lad. You're a good soul. Give me an insight check.
Yeah, Warforged have souls, right? Did you find anything good in those pockets?
He found a coin purse that he threw at me, but I haven't checked how much is in it yet. How much is in it?
Quick look. You dump out, do a quick little thumb count, 25 gold.
Nice. Well, there's.
So,
The start
Daemur,
of your
how'd you do
wages
with that
in
insight check?
My computer is having a slight hiccup.
At least it's still on.
It's all right.
It is still on. We can see you.
I just
7.
realized I have far too many tabs open in a window that I'm not even using.
Got 2 tabs open.
7?
And it's a 7.
Yeah. He absolutely seems genuinely heartfelt in his compliment to you and calling you a good soul. Just, you can feel the warmth emanating from him. He's got this older, weird uncle sort of vibe to him that he really just wants to look out for your best interest.
Daemur doesn't know how to handle that. He's the youngest, and nobody really seems to give a
Roughly
shit about
every
him,
other
especially his
employee.
father. So Daemar's daddy senses are going off right now. He's just
You're a
gonna
good
turn
lad.
away and be like, "Oh no, I don't know what to do with this." Oh god, my daddy issues. Oh fuck.
And then,
Every game has someone
then he
with daddy
steps over
issues.
to the body of the mage and starts flipping through. I mean, I don't know if you'd want any of the. I mean, the former captain's got a rapier. I didn't take it though. He liked
Thank
it
you.
because it was flashy.
I've already got enough weapons, but
I
if there's anybody
got
else who
no
needs a
use for
rapier,
the long blade.
Is it better than the one that I'm
I
carrying?
mean,
If
take
it's
a
not,
look
I
at
don't
it.
care.
It looks like an average rapier. It sort of has its own little sort of metallic filigree to it. It doesn't look well kept. There's things in it
Meh.
on close inspection. There's a little bit of a tarnish to the blade. It's not. He doesn't oil his blade every night and cherish it the way someone
Nope.
might if it was a valuable blade.
Some captain, he seemed to hardly care about his own kit.
Well, I mean, we kept going through it a lot, so we just didn't. He'd just find a nicer one and he'd throw the other one in the pile. Give it to the lizards. Speaking of, are we going to drop them off before we go island
Yeah,
hopping?
well, what about anybody know how to talk lizard?
What
Did
do
they-
they speak?
I
Is it
assume if
Draconic?
they're communicating with these guys.
Draconic.
Draconic? I'm pretty sure I speak Draconic. One sec.
Also,
Yeah,
if they're
like,
I do indeed speak
communicating with
Draconic.
these guys, they probably speak common.
True. Yeah, I speak
Yeah,
Common,
that's true.
Draconic, Dwarvish, and Undercommon.
Cool. Cool. What are y'all doing now?
Well,
Go talk to the lizard
somebody
folk.
should go see about the lizards.
Yeah. I'll go down and talk to the lizards. I shall go below.
Do you want backup?
Yeah. Who do you want
Yeah,
as
probably
backup?
that's a good idea.
So
Yeah, probably somebody should come down with me.
Farron. Yeah, Farron will go with you. Somebody should still stay above decks
Keep an eye on these
because
guys.
of these guys. Yeah, that one.
Okay. So you go down decks, down onto the main section.
Main deck.
And you stump up. I'm going to actually shift you over. Attention of the map. I'm going to put you the main draw there. Over one. I'm going to bring you down to here. And Daemur down there as well. And now, for some reason, I have no idea why I actually blocked that up. But, however, and he walks you up to, or you, we will say, yeah, we'll take Ulf down with you. He walks you up to a door, opens it. That's weird. There we go. And inside, once it opens, he sort of bangs on it. You got company. And the door he opens the door, and a very distinct odor of this room reminds you of a swamp. Not fetid, not super oppressive, but it's definitely dank.
Swampy, gotcha.
Wet foliage. In the center of the area is a wooden table, very solid looking. On the table sits a jug half full of some kind of liquid. 3 pewter mugs surround it. Around the table are set 3 upright wooden chairs, and an unlit lantern hangs from the ceiling. And in the gloom, I guess because the daylight's coming in through, or rather, it's not daylight, it's nighttime, coming in through the door, you see hammocks. One at each end of the cabin, slung between the bulkhead, and one at the ribs of the ship, and the third hanging across the corner of the cabin from the aft to the bulkhead, and a large scaled figure was lying in each one. And they sort of uncurl, one of them uncurls itself from the hammock down onto his feet and hisses. And in Draconic, when do we leave?
Well, first of all, hi, my name's Daemur. My apologies if my Draconic's a little rusty. Don't practice it a whole lot outside of in the real world, outside of school. But we're actually here to ask you a couple questions before we make anchor. Weigh anchor. That's the one. Before we weigh anchor. If that's okay with you folks.
When do we leave? We waste
Soon.
time here.
Time is but a concept, my guy. Just wondering why you need to be off so fast.
You are new?
I am, yes.
We are at war.
War. See. And who are you at war with currently, if you don't mind me asking?
The Sahuagin attack our
He's
tribe
okay.
mercilessly.
So other lizard
No,
folk.
We bring weapons to defend.
Is this whole conversation just like completely over Farron's head, or is Daemur?
I will be
like-
translating.
Okay.
Translating? So, what he's saying...
Yeah. He says that they're at war with some other lizard folk. And he wants to be off right away.
Not lizard folk. Sahuagin.
You
Fish.
speak common.
They live in the water.
You speak common?
Some.
Sorry.
I lower myself.
That's good. That's awesome.
So-
That'll be helpful. So the lizard folk are at war with the fish
Fish.
folk, is what we're saying here.
Huh.
This is why we need weapons.
Well, we can probably get like some
What do
the
really
fish
good fish
folk want
hooks.
with
Maybe some nets. Ooh, I do have a stick of dynamite. We could definitely do some illegal fishing with that, if it comes to it. So I do actually have a stick of dynamite in my
mean-
inventory.
If they're at war, wouldn't these fish folk be kind of big?
Yes.
You know, like, so are they about the same size as yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fish hooks and nets won't. I mean, that
Depends on how big the
mm,
net is.
Yeah.
Why are you guys at war, by the way?
They attack us. They have no reason.
Are they after your
They're
resources?
bloodthirsty.
Fish attacked.
Everyone attacks for resources. They attack to conquer. We resist,
Mm.
but we are limited.
So, but you're in the marshes, right?
Yes.
What do the fish folk want with marshes?
They're invading.
A very good question.
Can't be having that.
And your companions, why are you guys all here instead of fighting the good fight back home?
We are here to secure the weapons and deliver them safely to our tribe.
Okay, perfect. We'll be underway real soon. Thank you so much for your time. Farron, do you have any other questions for them or before we head back up?
No, not just that's fish are attacking for taking over territory. Just rather odd.
Yeah.
Swampy, marshy
One
territory.
more thing, friend, before we head back up. What resource would the fish people have that you guys might need? If you were to win,
Nothing.
what would you take from them?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They invade us. They attack us.
Okay, thank you.
Before we lived in peace.
We'll be underway soon. Thanks, guys. If you need me, I'll be upstairs. Bye. Right, those guys are creepy. I don't like it. I don't trust it. Why would the fish people be attacking them if they're fish? And they live in the water.
Piranhas.
That is a good question, but I mean, we don't know. Like, you just asked him, what do the fish have? And he's like, oh, they don't have anything that we want.
But apparently, they don't have anything that the fish want either. They're just conquering for conquering's sake. It's like, what is this war?
Fish versus lizard.
I don't know.
I'm just picturing Noonsa from Slayers.
That's exactly what's in my head too. Yeah. 1000%. Gonna drop that in the chat so everybody can suffer with me.
90s anime.
It's my favorite show. It's like my favorite anime of all time.
Which one?
Slayers. So
Oh.
fucking funny.
I have not seen any of this.
Should.
So, Ulf is
Right.
there.
So I'm gonna go up
So what
and
now,
relay
Cap?
this
Yes,
stuff we just learned to everybody else.
Ren and Slate. So that was interesting.
Which way do you
Something's
go?
not quite
do you
adding
go
up.
to the
I'm not
left
entirely sure
stairwell
what's
or the
going
right?
on.
Yeah.
Oh. Which one did we
just
come
figured
down?
we'd go.
Back up where
We'd
you
go
came.
up where. Yeah, go up
Okay.
where we came down from.
All right. So you both go up. All right. Put you in the wrong spot. Put you over there. Put you back here. I'm going to move it back to the original map. And Alt bang. And Ulf takes the other stairwell. And as you guys are sort of stomping up the stairs, you see him rifling through, grabs the purse, pulls the knife off the belt, looks at the belt, picks up the body, and throws it overboard.
Waste not.
Okay.
And stomps up the stairs. Tosses Ren the coin purse. Straps a belt around his waist with the dagger on it.
How much was in that coin purse?
Uh, 6 gold,
Cool.
7 silver. So what now, Captain?
Now, I need to. Is this before or after they finish telling us about what went downstairs?
Yeah, because we just like
Yeah, you can
just got up
after.
the stairs to talk to you. So yeah,
Need to commiserate
lizard
with my
people
crew.
are at war with fish people.
We want to go drop them off, find out a little more, possibly help whoever's less of a dick.
I mean, it would certainly be interesting. I've never seen fish people, and that was the first time I'd ever seen lizard people.
Just trying to play it cool the whole time.
I mean, what's next? Bird people?
Part of me doesn't really want to get in the middle of this war. But also,
Florian
Penelope
war.
demands justice. So we may as well go. How far away is this?
Where are we dropping them?
Hey, newly promoted bosun, do you think we can get there in the current state that we're in? Or would we need to hire some people before we get there?
That's a good question.
Because if we're in the middle of a squall and we go down, I'm not taking the blame.
We are physically capable, if not particularly knowledgeable.
That's just a couple of bad rolls, and we sink to the bottom of the sea.
Hmm.
In fairness, depending on the rolls, that could happen while you're on dry land too.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The current state of the ship would mean that we could get there, but I don't honestly feel that 4 sailors is a good enough complement for this crew. Even though I'm sure you all are competent, and he looks straight at Daemur, rolls his eyes, and learned folk,
Yeah, this is like Hurple best.
you don't have sea
It's
legs.
fine. Not yet. I can learn.
And even with the yon automaton up at the aft deck, he is still only one individual, and you'd need a full complement of crew. We need at least another 4 to be a bare bones crew. We could get us what we have now. We could get us back to land, to a port. Probably the nearest port would be the most comfortable.
Yeah,
Can you get away with
I
think,
know you guys
honestly,
don't want to do. I know you guys don't want to do business in this city. I think we're not going to have a choice. I think we're going to have to stop here.
Could
Who
you
said anything about business?
Could we limp through with only 2 more people? Because we've got Ned and the meat shield tied up back in the cave.
Oh, I forgot about them.
But are they useful sailors? Like, I feel like if it was 2 sailors, maybe. But if they're not sailors, then they're not really going to be very useful.
Yeah, didn't they try to at different times try to kill us like that? That seems
Ned was
unhealthy.
trying to use us so that he could take over the operation, so he'd definitely just be biding his time to backstab us. The other guy was very helpful after he failed his first attempt to kill us. I feel like he had a change of heart. Somewhere
I feel
along
like
the line,
relying on people that have
Slate
tried
using
to
him
kill
as a
us
It's
shield.
almost
might
like
not be
they
a
all
good
have
idea.
zero loyalty to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because these guys only have loyalty to money, and anyone
Anyways.
who offers them more money or threatens to kill them will then have their loyalty. I feel like that's going to be any pirate.
Yeah, well, honestly, if we tried to get Ned up here, I feel it would just be a matter of time before we ended up having to actually kill him. Because he just
piss us
I love
off.
how matter of fact you all are about slaughtering a crew of
he's
pirates.
just kind of an evil little backstabby
Slaughtering
weasel,
them.
and I don't care.
They were trying to get us first. I don't know what to say. They had it coming.
He tried to set us up to get
the
killed
closest
or
port
use
is
us to kill his friends. So he's not exactly
right.
stellar human.
He's not a shining example of humanity right now.
Although
let's
speaking of
face it,
murder,
none of them
one way
are.
or the other, we're going to need to either
No.
let them go or kill them, because they're going to start just dying if we leave them tied up too long in an abandoned house. We either need to untie them or we kill them.
I feel like it might be best to make port here, try and find a couple more sailors, and maybe go back to the house and deal with whatever's left there. In the meantime.
Now, did we actually properly tie up the boat, the small boat that we used to get to this vessel?
Pretty sure we lashed it to the side.
I
That or
don't
just
think
a
any of us
just
did.
kind
Would you like
of.
the honest answer?
I have
We
no
did
idea.
not
Okay, so
say
it's
we did.
That's why I'm
away.
asking.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's-
did we properly
that's
tie it
something-
up, or is it just like going
It's fine.
away with the current?
That,
The way
that
that
was
Mike
something
said
I was
that, I'm
thinking
pretty
of
sure
the
it's-
entire fight last game, is none of us tied the boat up. So I was
Yeah, okay.
thinking that through the entire battle.
Bye boat.
Let
Oh.
me give you an answer.
I also
At this
noticed
point,
that
you sort of
this-
think of it, you look over the edge, and like,
Uh-oh.
oh, didn't we have a boat?
Oh.
And there does
Didn't
not
we have
appear to
a-
be any other
Well.
longboats, so
I mean,
we're kind of stuck.
It's a safety concern. As captain of this ship and head of the safety council,
OSHA
What-
would be having a field day right now, man.
Ulf is like, what you do with the dinghy?
we
Did
didn't
you
want
not
to
try to
leave an
skiff to
escape
the boat?
route. We didn't want to leave an escape route for anyone else.
Well, I
It
guess
was
it's a
by-
good thing that the other skiff would have already left and circled the route and on its way back to the cave the way we normally do. So at this point, it's probably safe to assume that whoever was in the skiff that came from the boat, which is what we usually do, we just swap the boats about. So we leave one in the cave and we keep one here at the ship. So whoever went will have found your friends by now. Old Ned and I don't remember his name. But that's
I
all
also
right.
don't know where I called him meat.
I'm sure he's safe.
Don't know if we ever knew his name.
Meat sheet.
No, we did.
Yeah, we just all referred to him as meat shield.
So you're saying that there are other sailors that went that way, and we have to go
Aye, sir.
find more crew? Why don't
Yeah, the
we
ones
just
I
bring
mean,
they
those
abandoned
ones
the ship
back?
in the fight. Could maybe. But
Well,
don't
we
have an
always
idea.
send them out. Just swap them out whenever we
If they're due for their shore time.
whenever do we do a switch.
It's,
And
That
what do they
way-
do?
Same thing. We're all sailors. We're all smuggling. We keep 4 in a boat. We send them back to the cave when 4 of them come out with the contraband. We put the contraband in the ship, put her in the ship stores. We sell it at another port. We do the same thing when we come back, and we swap them out again. That way, the same 4 individuals aren't prowling around port all the time stealing shit.
Smart.
What if we got them all back on this boat, though? We'd have our 4 people. Yes, they're very
You think
untrustworthy.
Ned would actually work with you?
but we
Depends.
don't have a boat to go get them with. We just have this big one. I think it's
Also
too
that.
big to take back to shore.
Is the port in town here a deep water one? Like, can we take this ship right into the bay?
Can we dock the ship in port? Yes.
Okay.
Aye.
I say that's what we do. We do that. We go and find
It'll
some
take
more
some
sailors,
doing.
bring them back here.
As long
It's
as we're
nighttime.
not trying to sell
Nobody thinks to be off at
contraband.
nighttime.
Also, as long as we're not trying to sell contraband, they have no reason to suspect this ship of the thievery, right? Because you keep this ship out at sea, and it's the smugglers on shore who do the steely business.
Generally, it's not. We don't dock at Salt Marsh, no.
So the Saltmarsh wouldn't know this ship, but they might recognize their goods if we try and sell them. So if we bring the ship into port, we won't immediately get.
Considering all the goods come from Salt Marsh, it's a good bet that, yeah, they'd probably recognize their shit.
Yeah, no, but if we're not
Yeah.
selling the stuff,
Especially,
would
you
they
know, with all the
recognize
silk
the
covered
ship?
monograms.
Would they recognize the ship, not the shit? If we don't sell the shit, we just park the ship here.
Would they recognize the ghost? No, they wouldn't recognize the ghost. We don't dock in Salt Marsh.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, but
Okay.
okay, so they
And
wouldn't
we dock at
recognize
Saltmarsh.
the boat if we went in to the closest port. Is there another one that we could still reach, or is that it? Is that our option?
I would strongly
That's-
recommend docking at Salt Marsh.
park here, go back, get some more crew,
Let's do that.
so we can go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's start on that. Let's get that going.
Aye, Captain. All right, boys. Let's take her to shore. And they kind of look like we're literally going in there. Okay. So they start doing the thing and hoisting the jib and trimming the mainsail, etc., etc. It takes them a bit because they got to raise anchor, they got to pull up things, tying off this, relaying pin that, whatever. And they get the ship underway. And it catches a weak wind and starts to move. And for ease of expediency, it takes you a bit of time, but I'm going to get each of you to roll a. Give me an idea of what you might think would be a useful thing to do.
I'm gonna say
Daemur's not
acrobatics
gonna be
because
useful whatsoever. Sorry, go ahead, Amanda.
I'm gonna say sleight of hand and acrobatics because you're climbing the rigging, working with knots and ropes and stuff. Possibly an.
So you climb up the rigging, helping with the sail. Give me an acrobatics check.
Ben's used to climbing trees. In other news, my dice haven't rolled above a 10 all day, so let's see how that goes.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fall to my death. It was a good character while she lasted. Avenge me.
I would have been a pirate in another life.
A 12?
12 is enough.
Hey.
Not
It's arduous, and you take a couple of missteps in a way because you're not used to the sway, and the rope tying is what catches you, and you're like, I'm trying to tie a rope, and the rope slips, and you're like, nope, but then you're kind of caught in the rigging. But generally, you assist to the best of your ability. What's Slate doing during all of this? What Slate would be, or what would be useful for Slate to do?
Watch.
All right, so
I feel like he'd be really good. He'd be a good coxswain. He could like steer the ship. I feel like Slate would be pretty
that's
good
what
at
I was
that.
saying. Basically, they kind of get you to come on over here and just hold on to the keep her steady and sort of grip the wheel. And basically, you just hold it. All right, now turn it left, a quarter turn. And he kind of barks orders at you, sort of thing, as he's sort of looking over his shoulder at the other guys pulling this, doing that, and trying to catch a decent enough wind to get the boat moving properly. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics. Sure. 14. Not great, but not bad.
14's good. You're not used to it, and it pulls very. The timing of the pull seems off. You move the wheel, it moves fluidity and ease, and then you stop it, you catch it, and then the weight pulls into it because the entire shift is then starting to, or the ship shifts into the rudder, and the rudder itself kind of pulls up against the wheel, and you're suddenly straining and surprised at the sheer amount of weight that 100 tons of, or I guess 70 tons worth of boat would, or something like that. I'm not sure. It's a heavy boat. There's a lot of poundage. And you're suddenly surprised at just how much is going through this one set of ropes, and you're like theorizing while you're sort of staring at it. It's like, that's a pretty strong rope. Farron, despite your acrobatics on the rigging, the other game,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Well, because I'm looking at acrobatics or athletics or sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. one of the other sailors, while he's tying off rigging, kind of tries to get to sort of instruct you on his way, because he has no idea you're not going to be sticking with him, or he does. But he's like, you want to tie it off, and he basically shows you this slip through double knot, slip under this other thing, slip is under this, around this, twice around this, and then through sort of thing. And you try your best, to the best of your ability, to sort of imitate each one. Give me a sleight of hand check.
That is a 17.
17 is easy. And you pick it up. A few missteps, not very many, but you're like, no, that makes no sense. And you catch yourself, and you immediately correct, and you're like, all right, that's how we did it. Da, 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 da. And you tie these fairly significant but fairly sturdy knots, helping the process along the way. Now, what are we going to get Daemur to do?
Okay.
What can we get Daemur to do?
So I feel like Daemur was definitely on the forecastle helping to raise the anchor while they were doing that. And I'm pretty sure afterwards he... Sorry? Sorry, what?
Carry on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said something. And I feel like after that, he would be completely unhelpful. I feel like he'd just try and get himself out of the way, because he's not great at being on a boat quite yet. So I think instead he's going to just kind of like wander over to the bowsprit and just kind of like stand there very majestically, wind ruffling his beard, just looking out over the sea as they walked, or as they sail along.
Be the king of the world.
You put one foot up on a thing and sort of strike that hand on the hip pose.
Yep.
Just captain organing on the prow.
Even though he's not the captain.
Shade your eyes by the fact that it's nighttime.
I got good night vision.
Smelling the sea air.
Dark vision only goes 60 feet, which is not very far in the water.
Squinting, not because it's bright, but because you just can't see anything. Yeah. That's fair. You're there for moral support. That's the important thing. Yeah. So the ship itself struggles a little bit, and it goes slower. It catches a wind, and then the wind sort of dies because of the nature of nighttime and everything. And they're navigating. But I'm going to get as you approach. I'm going to fast forward it a bit, because most of the sailing is easy enough to do when you're actually underway. But I'm going to get you, Daemur, to give us that last survival check. You're going to make it a survival check to dock the boat properly. Without mishap.
It's going to be a 5, so...
5. Excellent.
Don't know why Daemar's in charge of this.
So you're trying to be helpful.
Crunch.
And you're contributing, and it's like, oh no. And it's like, how close are we there, lad? And you're like, oh, we're good. You got a little, and you're scraping. You hear the whole boat shudders,
Man.
and you're kind of just dragging, like you're peeling all the paint and half of the stuck boards off of the dock.
And
you hear like splintering wood, and
like a glove. Good job, we're here.
Thanks, lad. Yeah, you did good. And the boat itself sort of almost shutters itself off the dock. The sailors push out the gangplank. They throw the ropes across, swing and leap over, tie off the boat tightly, and you are now back docked in Saltmarsh.
Hey.
What do you do from here?
Ren,
Get off this crazy boat.
It's nighttime. There's a There's a man in chainmail with a tabard and a torch coming down. Sort of the set of these wooden steps leading down to the dock. Oi! What's all that then?
It's a ship.
Yeah, I know it's a ship. Why'd you wreck the dock with it?
Thank God you're
Because we're
here.
bad
Our
at
rudder
landing.
is completely fucked. We were lucky we made it even this far. Do you know anyone that's open right now that'll help us fix a rudder? We're missing a couple people. We got attacked, and like we need some help.
Give me a deception check.
Our ship is in some real trouble.
Daemur's gonna need to cross
Give
class
me a
into rogue or something.
Ah,
I'd say bard, but I think Nikki's running out of bard
We
concepts.
can only do one bard at a time. Bards are too much effort.
All right. Deception? Daemur?
Yeah.
Or are you
wait,
rolling?
who's rolling perception?
Daemur
Sorry, what am I rolling?
Deception
Or
check.
Perception?
Deception.
you're deceiving him.
17.
17.
The panic sounded real.
It's because I'm actually crying. I thought I was gonna die when we hit that dock. My whole life flashed before my eyes. I did nothing with it.
Well, there ain't going to be anybody awake now, but the Mariners Guild will probably set you right. Probably going to cost you, he's looking at the damage on the boat, it's going to cost you a pretty penny to fix the hole in that hole, but you'll be good.
Oh, well, I hope it doesn't cost us too much. The people that attacked us and messed with our rudder took all of our stuff. But if you say they're open in the morning, I'm sure we can work out some sort of a deal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the help. I'm gonna slip on my gold piece.
What's your
Wait,
business
how much
in
gold do I have?
Saltmarsh?
I'm gonna slip him a platinum piece. Just like that one's for you. Thank you again so much for your help.
Give me a persuasion check.
Get the one honest dock guard.
7.
His tired and sort of, oh, I'm fine, whatever sort of face, it drops as soon as you try to give him money. And he looks down at it and he's like, what's your business in Saltmarsh?
We don't have business in Saltmarsh. We were on our way to, fuck, I can't even remember the name of the place. My brain's all gone all weird. But this was the closest port that we could limp to after we got attacked.
Where's the rest of the damage of the ship?
It was literally just
You
the
said
rudder,
your ship was
and then
attacked.
weirdly, I don't even know how this is possible, but the only other damage was that exact same area that we crashed into in the dock right here. I know you're looking at me like that's crazy, but I'm telling you, it's such a weird coincidence.
Bloodstains on the
deception
deck
check
will
to
tell you
disadvantage.
what happened to the rest of our crew.
Yeah, there's. Do you want
You want to come below deck?
There's so much blood, dude. Like we lost like, God, 3 people. We lost Billy, okay, and
Poor Billy.
sorry, still a little bit. I miss Billy
F in
so
the
much.
chat
He
for
was a
Billy.
good kid. Such a shame.
And Eddie.
Poor
Eddie
Billy.
was good too. He went out singing though, so we lost the bard. Spoilers.
We lost the bard who will tell us stories now.
Right? I'm not even sure what the mooring fee would be. Give me 1 second.
If it turns out to be 1 platinum.
All right, wouldn't that be hilarious?
He's like, "Are you bribing me?" "No, I'm paying my docking fee."
Is that not what it is? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, we're used to classier ports.
Yeah.
Except none of us could name another port to save our lives.
Nice. The docking fee
mystery.
is 10 gold a day. Pay it to the merchant
Perfect.
guild in the market.
So he was really insulted that what? That
You
Daemur
weren't
was
giving him enough money? I don't know. You're paying the wrong guy.
you didn't include the bribe. What, just the docking?
Maybe. All right. Well, just, yeah. Goods and services. Jeez.
Oh,
No.
my apologies.
What now? So you've
Goodness.
docked.
Sorry, friend. Can
What
you
now?
maybe point us in the direction of an inn that might be open? I don't want to sleep on the ship tonight. It's giving me some bad vibes.
I mean, you could go to the Snappin' Line. That's the usual. And then the Wicker Goat.
Which would you prefer, though?
You asking about?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's gonna guard which he likes. Everybody's got a preference.
oh, you're
Maybe
a
they don't
dwarf.
do
You
good
want to go
ships
to
if
the
you have
goat.
to rely on them, you know?
Amistrad's always there.
Sorry, which one?
You're a dwarf. You'd want to go to the Wicker Goat. Manistrad's always there.
Manistrad.
And you
Oh, okay.
remember the name Manistrad.
I do. Perfect. We will head over that way. Thank
Because
you
you
so
know her.
much. We'll just tie this up and come back in the morning. Do you know what time the Sailors Guild opens by chance?
Usually dawn.
Perfect. We'll be back at dawn.
I mean, you can check in. There might be somebody at the offices now. Who knows? They might be over at the goat having a beer.
Yeah, I feel like we could all use a drink first before doing any of that, so we'll head on over. Thank you again so much for your help. I really appreciate it.
So we're going to a place called the Wicker Goat,
The
huh?
Wicker Goat.
Is the guard gone now? Has he wandered off?
Yeah,
I mean, sort of.
like is he still
He
there? or
wanders
what?
away, but he never wanders out of eyesight.
So I will be whispering, and not stage whispering, like whispering, as we're in our cuddle. Okay, so we don't actually have to go to the pub. I'm just saying we should like get out of here somewhere, maybe. And also we should probably cut the ropes to the rudder in case he like wanders on and like fucks with it, you know? Because we can just get it replaced, or we can just abandon ship. I don't care. But I feel like we need to cover our tracks here, or we
Feel
can
like
kill
he
him.
shouldn't
I don't
be
know.
allowed.
Either way, I'm fine
He
with
shouldn't go on our boat without our permission. We've paid our docking fees. They have no reason to. We're not offloading any goods, so they don't need to worry about tariffs. If we
Perfect.
tell the crew that if anyone asks, the rudder's messed up and they are working on it,
Perfect.
and
Okay,
then
yeah, let's
we'll
do
get
that.
the dock-related damage fixed in the morning.
Okay. Sounds good. Because yeah, what I'm thinking is like we can maybe head in that direction. If you guys want to go for a pint or go and talk to Manistrad, we can. Or we
I
could go
feel
back
like
to
the-
the haunted house and get some sailors.
I mean, I think some distance between us and this boat is probably a good plan.
Yeah.
And if we don't want
Probably
to go
a good
back
idea.
to the haunted house to get those guys, a bar might be a good place
Well,
to
we
pick
don't-
up some out of work sailors who might not necessarily be quite as dodgy.
They might not have actively tried to kill us before, you mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that one.
it.
That might be
I
important.
mean, it would
Yeah.
still be like the scrapings from the bottom of the bar. That's like hiring off of Craigslist, but still. So we can decide if we want to hire some random people out of a bar,
So what's
or
the
the
plan?
people we know are slightly dodgy, but we know they're
Okay.
dodgy, so we know to keep an eye on them. Whereas the other people, we might.
Okay, we're
If
gonna
you
go to
know
the
they're
bar.
shady, then you know they're shady.
Yeah, it's
weighing,
like
you're
we're
weighing the qualities of a pirate you know versus a pirate you don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
The danger you
Like,
know, or the danger
we
you don't know.
could go to the bar. We could get more
You know, and there's the things
pirates,
you know,
or
and the things you don't
we
know,
could
and then
just
there's
like
known things you know, and you
And do we really know
known
those
things
guys?
you
Yeah.
don't, and
yeah.
And you
I
don't
don't
know what you need to
Like,
know
I'm just
until you
like
need to know it.
yep.
This is a lot
like
of
this
lot of
whole
layers.
adventure is yeah. It's like
And you don't know what you don't know.
I mean, realistically, Farron just met you guys. Like,
It's just like, who the hell are these people?
He's like, well,
We've been
it's
doing
Why
time.
so
am
much
I now at
together,
sea?
though.
we have been, but why? I don't want to be a pirate. Like, what? I don't know. I grew up in the woods. I don't know anything about boats.
That is very fair. Okay,
Boy, it's a good thing.
so yeah, I say we go to the pub
Jeez.
and we have a drink and we talk to some sailors. That's the plan. But I'm also gonna go on the boat and tell everybody there what the plan is. Like, watch the boat. If anybody
Watch the boat.
asks,
Okay.
If anyone
Don't let
asks,
the rudder,
anybody
you're
you've got
fixing
on
the
it.
rudder.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay.
We'll be
Are
back
you
with
doing
more
anything
crew.
else before you leave the boat?
Ren takes a
Uh,
drink order for the crew. She's gonna bring them back around to drinks,
Cool.
so they don't
Cool,
leave
cool,
without
cool,
us. First round's on me, boys.
cool.
Before we leave, I would like
Ren,
to
is
do.
there, Daemur, is there anything else you're doing?
Yeah, before we leave, I would like to do perception check on the bosun, our new bosun, and see if he seems a little shifty. Like the moment we leave, is he gonna fuck off?
Insight check.
Coming?
No, that's perception. Oops. Oh, the wrong thing again.
Aaron, is there anything else that you would like to do
Better.
before you leave the boat?
Well, it sounds like everything's already been searched. Like
That's
whatever
22.
bodies had. Oh, that's a good roll. That whoever had been deceased whilst on boards has been rifled and tossed, and we saw the lizard people, and that's about it. That's on here.
I mean, should we tell the lizard people that we're stopping to repair the ship before we go on, so they don't get
I feel
ornery?
like if they didn't come out while there was a battle happening above them, they're not gonna come out now, you know?
We're getting antsy though and stopping for the night. They might not take kindly.
Yeah.
Well, the crew can handle it. They can deal with lizards. They were doing it before. They can do it again.
I suppose. Though, I mean, honestly, what is to actually keep us from just like nut? I don't know.
Okay, so
Absolutely
Farron,
nothing.
you're good. You're just
Yeah,
boat.
like, well,
We're
there's
getting,
nothing to
Ren is
search
getting
or
drink orders.
locate. So
Daemur
I think
is getting a read on Oaf. And what are you looking for?
Just
you
I'm
trying to
wondering if
ascertain?
like the moment we leave, he's gonna like tell the guard what's going on, or just like fuck off immediately and leave us high and dry. He just seems shifty, like something's going on.
I mean, you haven't paid him anything yet, so yeah, probably. I mean, do you trust any of the sailors?
Not really, but like at the same time,
I mean,
I
you're already
really
talking
do
about
feel like
hiring
this ship
sailors
cannot be
you
crewed
know
by
you're
4
going to
dudes.
trust.
But like, does he actually need us to get people for the ship?
Oh yeah. To sail the
Yeah.
ship properly, you definitely need a bigger crew.
Yeah. So he has reason to stay in
But
port then.
your instinct is like, yeah, this guy's actually kind of shifty
Hmm.
because he's very opportunistic. That's as much as you've observed, he is exceptionally opportunistic.
All right. Before we leave,
Accordingly,
I'm gonna
And-
slip him a platinum piece as well. Like, hey, you and me, just on the down low.
cool.
Here's a platinum piece. Keep the motor running. We'll be back.
What's a motor?
Bye, sir. Slate, what are you doing before you leave the ship?
So as I understand, we're going down to the Wicker Goat, having a nice cold pint, waiting for all this to blow over.
Yeah.
Just-
Love the reference, by the way.
A
Love the
plus. A
reference.
plus.
I'm not doing anything before I leave the ship. We've docked. I'm going to, now that we know a plan, I'm going
And
to.
I'm done. Trump.
He's
Off I
already
go.
rocking. He's on his way to the Wicker Goat already, man.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, we're going to the Wicker Goat. I will go to the Wicker Goat.
Perfect. Okay. So as everybody makes their arrangements, they at various points walk off the ship, and we can then call it here, and we can resume. Actually, not next week. We're not going to be here next week because we're going to have some people off with some personal things they need to do, and we will resume the week after that at the Wicker Goat. And we'll see what happens with this would have been almost pirates. And yet possibly even heroes.
more shenanigans.
Thanks for my thing just went. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for joining us in this merry adventure where I tried to throw them into the ocean and they didn't want to go. So that's okay.
I wanted to go.
We'll figure something out.
I still want to go.
And you wanted to, but that's okay. There are plenty of opportunities, and this allows me to flex my DM reactionary capacity to figure out different directions for them. So I've got like 7. It's all good. So let's do a quick outro. Let's start with Cliff.
Thanks for joining us this evening, everybody. My name is Cliff. I played the fairly quiet but intimidating Slate. Tune in 2 weeks for would-be chimney sweeps, when we will explore a new path of employment that is not on a boat. You can find me around various places right now. A lot of stuff on hiatus. I'll be going back to various channels. Online, hunt me up at the Vintage GM on Instagram, and that it tends to be where I will advertise what I'm doing next. And that's me. Thank you.
Okay, Crystal.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I played Farron Goldleaf, your kind of awkward and fairly concerned elf rogue.
lacked sea leg.
Rogue. Lacked sea legs.
I've
Just like,
convinced
what am
yourself
I
that
doing?
I'm not a pirate.
I've been this strange. I don't trust these guys. Like, you're expecting me to be on a boat with people that might just stab me. I don't know.
Fair.
I'm not really on social media. There are a at least one other game that I play in besides this one, but it is on hiatus. So, well, just go follow Cliff's stuff because he'll be posting about that game, and then you will know what's happening and when.
Cool. Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I was playing Ren, the Asthma Ranger, and now Pirate Captain, maybe, sort of, for a minute.
Captain for a day.
Other than this, yeah. Other than this, I play in another game that is currently on hiatus, as many things are. I play a Tiefling Warlock in Vandalin by Night over on Vancouver by Night's channel. And other than that,
Sunday at 2.
I mean, it's not going to happen for like another month, so I figure saying the time doesn't do a lot right now.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Plug it
I'm
into your phone.
boulder dashing on Instagram and TikTok. Mostly TikTok these days, where I make a bunch of dumb videos based on my D&D characters. And that's all I do. The end.
Nikki.
Hi everybody, I'm Nikki. I was playing Daemur, the dwarf fighter. You can find me on most social medias under I'm Poppy Field. Like Amanda, I've been doing a lot of TikToks lately, though not as many and not as well. But I am over there if you want to come by and laugh at how terrible I am at acting. I am also in Vandalin by Night, but it is again on hiatus. You can catch our back episodes on YouTube on the Vancouver by Night channel. Definitely catch up for when we come back in the fall. It's going to be amazing. You can see Amanda and I paint ourselves various rainbow colors and act like idiots as tieflings together. So definitely come back and check that out.
Duo.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I can say to that is yeah.
Sorry, disaster duo was what I meant.
A bard and a warlock, and neither one has. Yeah. Anyway,
Skills.
that's all right. They're great, and they're noble and they're true to themselves. That's the best part. Anyway, I was your DM,
Trying their best.
Mike. You can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok. CDN Captain America on Twitter. You can catch me here Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST, taking this group of would have been scallywags and turning them into would-be heroes. I don't know, something like that anyway, some sort of thing. But not next week, because we're taking a break. And we'll be back the following week. And coming up soonish, Cliff, I'm pretty sure in 3 weeks, we're starting the vampire game again on Saturdays in the Vampire Takeover at 3 p.m. Pacific. Delves into Darkness on the Vancouver by Night Twitch channel.
That sounds
you
right.
can possibly catch me at the end of July. Last week
Yeah.
of July. So I think we're starting it. Or maybe it might be popping up as the first week of August or the first Saturday in August when it actually starts. And you can possibly catch me, possibly as a guest, in various other games on that channel and other channels, such as the Changeling game, or possibly the Vandalin by Night game, depending on opportunity, my availability, and what the game master / storyteller / dungeon master might need from a questionably moral or difficult to get along with quasi NPC type thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, I'm around. You can catch me. Otherwise, my first love is D&D, and this is where I'm usually set. I'm also in the vampire game. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.
2
weeks. 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
For fish wars and pirates.
Everybody.